Taking care of our pets is so important, not just for their health, but for their happiness too. I'll be sharing a few basic pet care tips. Most of these are geared towards cats, but some of them can also apply to dogs and general pet care. The first tip is clean the litter box daily. Try to scoop the litter box at least once a day, twice if you can. It helps control odor and keeps the box fresh, which your cat will definitely appreciate.
Next time I come in here, y'all better clean this up.
This leads me to my next tip. Wash the litter box every month. Give the litter box a full wash at least once a month. I use a mild dish soap. I go ahead and just wash all the litter box thoroughly, including the scoopers. I wash them front and back, and then just let them air dry outside. Cats really do love a fresh, smelling, and clean space. When I was fostering a mother cat and her kittens, whenever she would use the litter box, I noticed she would also scratch pretty deep into the carpet, so I looked into getting a carpet protector. I got this one from Home Depot. It's a decent thickness and it just stays put wherever you place it. You can cut it to the size that you want. They also have options on Amazon. It really helps protect your carpet because their nails can't scratch through it. The next tip is to wash your pet's bowls. I use gloves and sponges that are designated for their stuff. I cut the sponges up into smaller pieces so I can get more use out of them, and that just helps with cutting down costs. Now, think about how gross it would be to eat from a dirty bowl every single day, so just make it a habit to wash your pet's food and water bowls regularly to keep things clean and sanitary. I wash their water fountain as well as the bowls that they use for wet and dry food frequently. Any bowls they eat raw food on, I wash those right away to avoid bacteria growth. We certainly wouldn't eat from an unwashed plate every day, so our pets shouldn't either. Another tip is using baking soda. Baking soda is such a simple but effective tool. I sprinkle it into the litter box to help with odor. It works great when vacuuming too and just helps freshen up the carpets and helps with pet smells. Next tip is vacuum often. Pet hair builds up so quickly, so vacuuming frequently really helps. It reduces shed hair, dander, and keeps allergens under control. It makes your space feel cleaner overall. I do vacuum their cat tree often as well. Something like Resolve, which is a carpet cleaner, is very helpful. Anytime that there's a stain, I just whip out the Resolve, spray the carpet, and use a cloth to scrub it into the carpet. I swear these cats have me on my hands and knees cleaning and acting like I'm Cinderella.
There's the large carpet in the main hall. Clean it. And don't forget the garden. Then scrub the terrace, sweep the halls and the stairs, clean the chimneys, and of course there's the mending and the sewing and the laundry.
Resolve has helped me a lot with carpet stains, and it's almost like the stain didn't even happen after I use it. I vacuum up the area and it's good as new. I have been using this vacuum cleaner that is pet geared for years. It has different attachments that you can use specifically to help clean up pet hair, and also has the normal attachments to get into smaller spaces. I definitely make sure to utilize all the attachments when I'm cleaning. I remove the seat cushions for a deeper clean. Some people don't allow their pets on the furniture, but sometimes it's unavoidable, so being able to vacuum regularly reduces all the shed hair on it. I would say a couple times a week. If you can vacuum, that would be great if you have the time. It just really helps keep your space clean. Another tip is to use air purifiers. An air purifier can be a game changer, especially in homes with multiple pets. It helps with odors, allergens, and just creates a healthy environment for everyone. The ones that I have are very quiet, which is nice. You can't even tell that they're there most times. My next tip is to feed a balanced diet to your pets. Dry food is very convenient, but you can also get creative with homemade food as long as the meals stay balanced. Do your research on what your pet needs. You definitely want to figure out ways to add moisture to your pet's food. I made a video where I did homemade beef and chicken bone broth, so I'll add that to their food to help with hydration. You can add water, broth, or even goat's milk to your pet's food.
Yummy, yummy, gonna eat. Yeah! Yummy, yummy, chicken. Yeah!
Regular vet visits are super important. You're going to want to have routine checkups. There are pet insurance plans that cover wellness checkups, which can help save money in the long run. So that's something that you can look into. Things happen with our pets that are just unexpected. So that's where the insurance comes in handy. Our pets can't talk and tell us what's wrong. So having a vet do a thorough check and blood work will help keep them healthy. My next tip is flea prevention. Regular flea treatments aren't just for when there's a problem, they're great for prevention too. So you can just use whatever ones that work best for you and your pet. Staying on top of it just keeps your pets comfortable and safe. Flea bites can lead to skin irritation and infection, so monthly treatment helps keep them away. Another tip, provide fresh water daily. Make sure your pets always have access to clean water. I use a pet water fountain that my cats love. I buy filter pads that you can cut to the shape and size that you need, which saves money because filters can get really expensive. I bought a previous water fountain that plugged into the wall, but my cat Amari chewed on the cord. So if you have that issue with your pets, a cordless water fountain is great. If you're using just a regular bowl, make sure you're changing the water at least twice a day. My next tip is grooming and nail clipping. Cats do groom themselves and help groom each other if you have multiple cats, but brushing their fur reduces shedding and hairballs that they can get from constant grooming. Regular nail trims also keep their nails from getting too sharp. Sometimes you might have a cat that is not in the mood to be brushed and acts like you're going to skin their fur off. So you can always take them to a professional groomer. I've done that in the past and they know what they're doing, so they'll be able to groom your pets for you. I promise she's not always like this.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
A scratching post is good to have around. It keeps them from scratching up your furniture. Scratching is natural for cats. It helps stretch their muscles and keeps their claws healthy. So you want to have at least one around that they can use. The next thing is training your pets. Training is not just for dogs. Cats can be trained too. Our pets are extremely smart and pick up quickly. Training provides mental stimulation for them and just helps them learn boundaries. Pets are food motivated, so just use their favorite treat and try teaching them basic commands. My cat Kai is trained to where I don't have to use treats pretty much at all for him to listen.
Good boy. That's such a good boy.
So our pets will find ways to entertain themselves. Cats can be entertained with something as simple as a box. However, providing them with interactive toys is great. I bought my cats a ball pit with some balls and cat toys. They love it so much and play with it every day. Cat tunnels are great as well as just small little toys that they can play with and chase, and they just really enjoy having toys. Sometimes they'll just find things around the house to play with, but I think providing just like cheap little toys that can hopefully last will be good for them. Another tip is to spend quality time with them. Sometimes just relaxing with your pets is literally all they need. Whether you're watching a movie or laying down for a nap, that time together builds love and trust. I love cuddling with my cats and putting on a show or movie while we're just chilling. Most of the time, they're literally just happy with the simple things. Next is let them get fresh air. Dogs are taken out on walks or let outside to go to the bathroom. For cats, most are indoor cats. You can find a way to take them out safely if they're comfortable. You can teach them to be on a leash. Some cats are really good on leashes. Cat backpacks are great too. Or there's tents that you can get from Amazon that you can zip up and your cat can safely be outside if they're not used to being outdoors but are still curious about going outside. So there are ways that they can get fresh air and explore and just enjoy being out in nature. My last tip is to shop at thrift stores and budget stores such as Ross and TJ Maxx. Those places are great for pet supplies. I have found cute little glass bowls that are just a couple of dollars, perfect for pets and just overall budget friendly. You can find stuff like pet carriers, even stuffed animals for dogs, because you know dogs chew up stuff sometimes. So if you want to go to a thrift store and just buy one for a couple of dollars, it's sometimes better and of course cheaper than buying one that's that's $20 that they're going to just chew up anyway. But there's a lot of stuff that is unique that you just, you never know that you might find. Our pets may drive us crazy sometimes, but we love them, and at the end of the day, our pets really just need love, care, attention, and a safe home. Even small habits and changes can make a big difference. I've listed the products mentioned below, and I would love to hear from you guys. Drop a comment with any pet care tips that have worked well for you. We all know adulting is hard, so yeah, if we can find ways that just make our lives a little bit simpler, I know that it would really help, and our pets would appreciate it too. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time.